Welcome back to my channel, Alternatives for Gut-Friendly Eating with me, Madeline, avoiding acid reflux. I appreciate you guys watching. If you know of anyone that suffers from acid reflux, share my channel with them. Today we're going to be making hummus instead of purchasing store-bought hummus. Hummus that we'll be making today is avocado hummus. The ingredients that you will need to prepare this hummus are 1.5 cups cooked chickpeas. In a prior video, I did show you how to prepare cooked beans instead of using canned beans. So check that out so that you can use cooked beans instead of canned beans. We're gonna have 1/4 cup of tahini, 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 1/2 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1/2 teaspoon of organic adobo seasoning. I am going to use 1/4 teaspoon or even less of Mrs. Dash garlic and herb. Garlic is a trigger for a lot of us that suffer from acid reflux, so I would use very little of that. We're gonna need 2 to 3 tablespoons of water, 1/2 of a medium avocado, and cilantro to your liking. So let's go ahead and get started with the process. Okay, you're going to need a food processor or a small blender. I'll be using a small blender for this process. And how we're gonna go ahead and start this is we're going to put in the tahini in the food processor or the blender. Pour that in, and we want to do this first. So we're going to put the tahini and we're going to put a little bit of water. The reason we want to go ahead and whip this first is to make the end product of the hummus smoother texture. And we're going to go ahead and whip this for about 1 minute, so we will come back. I whipped the tahini already for 1 minute. So I'm gonna check to see what that looks like. And what we would wanna do here is, they're gonna come up towards the edges of your food processor blender. And so we kind of wanna bring that down and whip it for another 30 seconds. Okay, we whipped it for that additional 30 seconds. So the tahini's all whipped, and then I bring everything down to from the sides down lower and into the blender or food processor. We're going to be doing this every time we add any of the ingredients. We're going to do a 2-step blending or whipping of those ingredients just to make sure everything gets blended together properly. And that kind of smooths everything in together. So what we're going to add now is olive oil, the cumin, the organic adobo seasoning, and if you are adding the garlic and herb Mrs. Dash seasoning, go ahead and put that in. We're going to whip it for 30 seconds, and then we're going to bring down the sides, and we'll go ahead and blend whip for another 30 seconds. I'm going to put the olive oil in, and I'm going to do the blending, and once that's done, we'll come back. Okay, those ingredients are all blended together. So what we're going to put in next are 1/2 of the chickpeas. When you cook the chickpea, they do have a layer over the pea, so I peel that layer off because then the consistency of our hummus is going to be smoother. It doesn't matter if you keep them on, it's just not going to be as smooth. So whatever you're liking in the smoothness of your hummus is what you'll do. Some of mine of the peels stay on there anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But this is how you would peel that outer layer of the chickpea. So that's what that looks like. This is edible, of course, but it is kind of like a little thicker, so then the consistency of your hummus is just going to be smoother consistency. So I'm going to add half of the chickpeas at this point. And when I start blending it, I'm going to blend it for about 1 to 2 minutes. And I'm going to add a little bit of water as well. Go ahead and blend that, and we'll be back. Now we'll add the rest of the chickpeas, the avocado, and the cilantro, and the rest of the water. And we'll go ahead and see what that looks like in consistency. If you feel like you need to add a little bit more water, you definitely can to that finish, to get it to the smoothness that you like to the finished product. So we'll be back and see how that looks. So this is what mine looks like, and I do like it slightly smoother than this. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more water and give it another 30-second blend. So now this is what that looks like. Homemade avocado hummus. This hummus, because it is homemade, it's fresh, you will need to consume it within 7 days. I think I'm gonna go ahead and try this. I eat it with a tortilla chip. So I'm gonna get that and let's try it. Okay, let's try it. Wish me luck, hope it came out good. Very good. If you enjoy hummus, as I do now, something new since the last year, you're gonna enjoy this one. I'll be storing my hummus in a glass container, and it'll be refrigerated and consumed within 7 days, starting with today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please share it with your friends and family, especially those that are sufferers of acid reflux. Hopefully these tips will help us all live a healthier, acid reflux free life. Have a great day. Bye.